गुड मॉर्निंग आप सबका स्वागत है आजादी की पाठशाला के मंडे के इस प्रोग्राम में, जिसमें कि जैसे आप सबको मालूम है हम बात करते हैं हमारे एक बहुत ही सफल लीडर से और सुनते हैं उनकी आजादी की कहानी। जी हाँ, आज हम बात करेंगे एक ऐसे सक्सेसफुल लीडर कपल से जिनका बिजनेस पूरे भारतवर्ष में फैल चुका है। इनफैक्ट अगर मैं ये कहूं कि वो मोदी केयर के फाउंडर लीडर्स में से हैं तो ये भी गलत नहीं होगा। आज उन्होंने अपनी सफलता के झंडे मोदी केयर में गाड़ दिए हैं और हमारे पास एक बहुत ही सुनहरी अवसर है, एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि हम उनसे डायरेक्टली सीखें कैसे मोदी केयर में आगे बढ़ना है। जो लीडर कपल हमारे बीच में आज आने वाले हैं वो अपनी आजादी की जर्नी का पूरा जो अनुभव है, जो पूरा एक्सपीरियंस है, वो हम से शेयर करेंगे, वार्तालाप करेंगे, बातचीत करेंगे, कॉन्वर्सेशन करेंगे और आपके कई सारे प्रश्न इस कॉन्वर्सेशन में भी हम लेंगे। सो जिस लीडर कपल को मैं इनवाइट करना चाहता हूं, इस समय उनका जो मंथली चेक है, जरा दिल के ऊपर हाथ रख के सुनिएगा, उनका जो मंथली एवरेज चेक है वो है तकरीबन तकरीबन 23 लाख रुपए महीना। Imagine 23 lakhs rupee per month. If you're earning in India, you would be living a king size life, isn't it? और इसके अलावा 1000 से ज्यादा ऐसे लोग उनकी टीम में हैं इस समय जो कि मोदी केयर थे, मोदी केयर की इनकम से अपने सपनों की गाड़ी ले चुके हैं। 400 से ज्यादा ऐसे लोग हैं जो हर महीने 1 लाख रुपए से ज्यादा का पैसा कमाते हैं मोदी केयर से। और जब मोदी केयर की शुरुआत हुई, शुरुआती सालों में वो मोदी केयर में आए और तभी हम कह रहे हैं दैट दे आर वन ऑफ द फाउंडर लीडर्स इन मोदी केयर। तो बहुत ज्यादा समय ना व्यर्थ करते हुए आपकी जोरदार तालियों के साथ मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूंगा बात आजादी के इस प्रोग्राम में फ्रॉम कर्नाटका डॉक्टर फिलिप एंड मिसेस नीना दमिंदर सिंह जी। विद अ ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज and a standing ovation wherever you are, Dr. Phillip ji and Neena Daminder Singh ji, Global Black Diamond Director and Member of Advisory Council. Sir, ma'am, आपका स्वागत है. Many welcome to this Baat Azadi ki program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for inviting us today. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure, ma'am. And I know all our consultants across the country would be glued onto this computer screen and the mobile screen listening to you and trying to learn the secrets to how to find Azadi through Modicare opportunity. Many thanks for taking your time out.
Thank you, sir, for welcoming us to this show. It has been our honor that we have come on such a big show of SPBM, sir. So thank you very much for giving us this honor, sir, for
Thank
coming.
You, ma'am. Thanks.
Thank you, Sharad ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So shall we start the conversation?
Yes, sir, we can.
Sure.
So, sir, ma'am, you have your network across the country and you've been in Modicare for a long time, and I would say you are the founder leaders of Modicare, and everybody knows you across the country. Ma'am, I have interacted and so with you also many times. Being in Karnataka, you were developing your network in Haryana also, in Chandigarh also, from south you had your network in north also. So everybody knows about you. You have so many pages in so many Connect magazines that we used to have, right now also. But still, ma'am, I would like to, and ma'am, sir would like to, everybody would want to know a little bit about your background and what were you doing before joining Modicare, in which kind of profession you were, and what was the real why? Why did you join Modicare?
To tell you that, I come from a defense family. My father was in the Air Force.
Right.
And my father is from Rajasthan and my mother is from Chennai.
Okay.
And so since he had a traveling job, I was admitted in the hostel. I was in the hostel and I studied there in St. Bede's High School, Chennai.
Okay.
My schooling I did there along with my brothers, Stanley and Denzel, and many years into the hostel. And from there onwards, I moved on to Loyola College in Chennai, and where I did my PUC. And from Loyola College, I went to Bangalore, MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, where I completed my engineering in distinction and joined Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL.
Wow.
15 years into HAL took me right up to become the crew chief of the Advanced Light Helicopter project, where a lot of engineers were working under me. It was really nice staying there. It was a honorable job, and I really enjoyed that life. But, you know, somewhere right from beginning, I had a feeling, you know, I thought I will work day and night. I was actually ready to work from morning to night, but I wanted to retire at 40 and have a wonderful life. And and then I realized this is not possible, you know, being in a job. You get more and more involved, and you start depending on your salary. And that's when I realized that life is not like that as what we dream. So we have to continue our life. And I started continuing my HL job.
Okay.
And I think Modicare came into our life. You know why I joined Modicare, basically. I would like to take you through that journey a little bit.
Yeah, please. And sir, this is very interesting. You know, and everybody would be, you know, eagerly wanting to know this, because many people join Modicare for the financial freedom, but you already were earning, you know, a good amount in your job also. You were at the pinnacle of your career. So this is very interesting to know. What was your why to join Modicare?
See, at school, for the final exam in my school, I was a gold medalist in maths.
Okay.
And in school, I used to take part in sports, that is high jump. And I have gone right up to become the All India Open national champion.
Amazing. Wow.
Where my photograph had come in a lot of newspapers. And then I realized that, okay, we have to go to college. And in college, I thought racing was looking more interesting because it can give you more money. So I started racing on a two-wheeler. And I'm a 6 times champion, and my photograph had come on the cover page of the sports magazine.
Very nice.
So then I realized, no, you need money. This was not also paying you. So I focused on my engineering and passed out and joined HAL. And in HAL, I was known as the blue-eyed boy. And yes, I was ready to work, but nothing happened. And then suddenly, you know, one day I came home, and as I came home, I found in my hall room, Neena had placed a lot of this Modicare products, shampoos and washing powders. So when I came home, I said, why are you keeping it in the hall room? You keep it inside. And she said, no, Phillip, this is going to change our life. And then I said, we sit in the conference room and discuss how the aircraft turns 1 degree, 2 degrees. But that didn't change our life. But this is going to change. Anyway, I didn't wait for an answer. So I just went in. And there are a few incidences. The first incidences, Neena said, today, Phillip, I want to go and meet my friend. And that's about 15, 20 kilometers, evening traffic in Bangalore. So she said, can we go and meet my friend? I said, yes, that's fine. And we went. So once we went there, she called up a friend. A friend came to the gate and she opened a purse, removed a washmade powder, gave it to a friend. Friend gave her money. She put it in the purse and came back and sat and said, let's go.
Okay.
Now, I was a little angry, but I didn't express. I just stayed silent and we were going back. But on the way, she said, Phillip, do you know what? Today I earned 20 rupees.
Wow.
And that's when I told her, you ladies don't understand. Had you told me, I would have given you 50 rupees because my petrol cost me more. So this was one of the incidences we had.
Very interesting.
And she was very persistent. So the next time what she did was, she said, Phillip, there is a meeting. It's getting a little late. Can you take me for that meeting? I said, okay, I'll take you. And we went for the meeting. She went on top. It was a small meeting. And I was down waiting, thinking, let the meeting get over. We will go. It started drizzling.
Right.
And I said, let's go and see what's happening. So I went on top and went and I saw, and I found, there was a very young guy, about 19 years old.
Uh-huh.
And he was on stage talking with so much of power. And he was telling Modicare this. I see, we are from official background and we don't speak like that.
Absolutely.
So, and when I saw him speaking, first thing I was amazed. I said, wow, so well he speaks on stage. What confidence, what power in his voice. And then suddenly he said, if you do Modicare for the next 3 years, part-time, you don't have to work for the rest of your life.
Right.
And I listened to that. I said, oh my God, what is this? Again, I got down and came. And then Neena finished the program and we went home. That day I couldn't sleep. I lost my sleep. This was coming in my mind. And I said, I need to find a solution now to stop this. Otherwise, this is going to disturb my life. So in the night, I took the marketing plan and I started going through the plan.
The book we had.
Yeah.
We had a book.
We had a book.
Okay.
So I went through that. And while I was going through that, believe me, suddenly the hair on my body started standing.
Wow.
I said, yes, it's possible. So I could see the possibility in 3 years, you could definitely earn much more money. And that's the first time I realized this was fantastic. So immediately I closed the book and I slept. I got a good sleep. Morning, I got up and I don't know. And I went to office. I was a different person. As I was walking to office, I felt, some power in me. And I went, and during coffee time, I called all my juniors and told them, boys, study up the work now. I'm leaving in 3 years. So I just announced.
So you announced your retirement at that time.
I announced my retirement because I had the belief in it.
Yes.
And I don't know anything else. That day evening, I came home and told Neena, let's do Modicare together. I'm with you. And that was the beginning stage of me entering into Modicare.
No, this is an amazing story, sir. Everybody has their different why. But I could understand you really wanted to have that time freedom, to enjoy your life. That was your why. And the biggest why was that Neena ma'am was already in the Modicare business.
Yes.
And then you supported her with wholeheartedly. Great, ma'am. Great, sir. And ma'am, so how did you join Modicare? Because you kind of became active first and then sir joined you.
Yeah. So, sir, I come from a background basically where my dad is a businessman.
Yeah.
And we are a family of 2 sisters and a brother. And my dad believed a lot in giving us formal education.
Very nice.
So after my graduation, I did my post-graduation, and that was way 1997, 98. So I did my post-graduation and, wanted to work. But then my dad said, no, I think, you need to settle now. So got married to Phillip, and very loving family, Phillip's family, my family. I mean, sir, I feel today one reason why we are doing so well in life, it's because of the blessings, the values that we have had along with our formal education. The education what we were given in our homes is something which was, tremendous. So when we came to Bangalore, after we got married, we came to Bangalore. Actually, we come from Chennai, both of us.
Okay.
So we came down to Bangalore and he was working and I was working and we had 2 children, 2 boys. But I was so unhappy that he used to leave in the morning at 7 o'clock and I would, continuously wait for him. At that time, we didn't even have mobile phones, sir.
Right.
So I would wait for him and he would come home at 7, 8 and no time of him coming back. But he would leave at 7 in the morning. That was his working time. And I was like, is this what, going to continue for the rest of our life? Or what about our dreams? What about our, everything that we want in life? We want good things in life. Are we ever going to get that? So that was always there behind my mind. And that was a time when one of my friends, she told me, why don't you have a look at this? There is some opportunity which has come new to India. And it's something which has changed people's life abroad, not in India. But it is a system which is happening outside where people have, picked up the yachts and cars and homes. So I said, okay, I mean, an open mind is all that you need, sir, to look at it.
Absolutely.
So when I went and saw the program initially, I took an instant decision, sir, to join. I didn't know whether I was doing the right thing or no, but I said, if we need to change our lives, we have to look things from a different angle. It's not going to happen in the route that we are right now. So I got into this, I just joined, and that time I paid, I think, almost 2,450 or 1,900 was a kit amount at that time, which I paid the money and I registered. I mean, it was a big amount for us since we were in salaries and jobs, but not looking anything, not worried about it. I just joined and I came home with a lot of excitement. And Phillip was not there with me earlier. He never supported me. He was like, I mean, okay, she's doing something. But my persistence, really has helped him to come into the business. And I thank God for that, sir.
Very
I was
nice.
basically looking at him to leave his job and spend more time at home with me and the family. That's all what I had in mind, sir.
Absolutely.
Today, along with that, we have got so much from Modicare, which I'm just waiting to share, sir, with you.
And now you've been enjoying financial freedom and time freedom and quality life and whatnot.
Exactly.
Very, very, I would say, an ideal story for a network marketing business, a direct selling business, where, couples usually in metro cities are, both are working and they're not able to spend time. Now, in this kind of a business, a husband and a wife, they work together, and the relationship and the bond even grows even more stronger because you're spending so much time together. Wow. So we'll now come to your achievements. You just said that you just wanted to share. So how did life change after both of you actively started working in Modicare, and what all achievements have you got till now? I know this much, that you've been to so many countries. I think most of the countries which are like exotic locations are meant to visit. You have visited those countries, right, with Modicare. But there would be so many achievements, and really what is possible through Modicare business. That is one thing that we would want to know from you.
Sharadji, see, one major thing is I just took the decision on the spot.
Okay.
And when I came and told Neena, let's do Modicare together, she was not late. She immediately gave me a list and said, go to the Modicare office and buy these products and come. And then I thought, am I made a mistake by agreeing? So at that time, we had the Modicare office was only a godown type and you had to stand in the queue. I bought the products and came and gave it to her. And I said, it's okay. It's not very difficult. And then what she did is she put those products in 5 bags and gave it to me and said, Phillip, see, these are the addresses. You need to go and give these products.
Okay.
And that I hesitated for a moment. It was new to me. And then I said,
being an aeronautical engineer, now you would be
And then I said, okay, I'll do it. And I went and gave in 2 houses. And in the 3rd house, when I gave it, I rang the bell and one of my employee, my worker, came out and said, sir, you have come to my house. So at that stage, it was really, I was feeling, that real embarrassment was there, that what am I doing? I'm the boss and I'm doing this. Right. And he started looking at me when I gave him the products and took the money. So I came home straight. After that, I had 2 more. I didn't do that. Right. I went straight home. Walked into the bedroom, switched off the light and slept on the bed. And I asked myself, Phillip, what are you doing? And I was a little wondering, confused. At that time, I listened to one of the cassettes, cassettes I listened to. And in that cassette, it said that you can either have money or an ego. You can't have both.
You can't have both. Yeah.
And that's the time I decided that my dream is to be free, to enjoy for job freedom. And that is not possible in what I was doing. I was an officer by rank, but nothing in the bank. That was clear. So I said, okay. At that moment was the real decision which I took.
Absolutely.
I said, irrespective of any challenge which comes my way, I'm going to go ahead and start building this business. So that was the real big decision.
Yeah, that was a turning point.
That was the turning point in my life. many times our thinking is, see, at that stage, my thinking about Modicare, about network marketing was very big. And when I approached others, they had a very small vision about the business. But then I realized it's my vision, it's my dream. They don't have the vision and dream. So that is why they are not able to think of it big. Of course, we had home meetings, hardly 3-4 people used to come. We had to travel a lot overnight. I worked 6 days a week. So Saturday evening, I would travel outstation, Sunday do field work and leave Sunday night, morning I'm back and go back to office. I was ready to take up whatever required, but I wanted to become successful. And I think because of the success which was in front of me was very, very good, which I wanted, the challenges started looking small.
This is super because, I can now see that you had already visualized your future.
Yes.
It was in your mind where you want to be, and it was clear. As they say that if you can visualize and conceptualize, you would basically realize it. And that's what, I can see that that's what happened. Has happened with both of you. This is absolutely brilliant. And the thing that you shared, you can't have money and ego. I mean, you can have either of the two. This is, when most of our new consultants, they go and they meet somebody and they present the plan, and then they said no, they won't go to a second person. But that's where this learning would really, really help. Great. And how's the life now? How have you got what you were visualizing about? How are your achievements now?
Oh my God, I should thank God for whatever came. Really, I had decided that I want to leave my job, and I'll tell you, slowly my income from 84 rupees, the first check, kept on increasing. And in 3 years' time, I started making twice as much as what I earned in my job. And that's the time I resigned in 3 years. I remember the person who spoke on the stage, that 3 years part-time, and I was doing it in part-time. So 3 years in part-time, and at that stage, there is no system, no technology, no WhatsApp, no YouTube, and families against it. People had a small thinking, but today everything is available. And people can do it at a faster rate.
Absolutely.
And that's what your challenges are much, much lesser today.
Lesser.
And that's what I would tell people, that if you want to go for it, go for it.
Yeah.
Your challenges are very less compared to what we have done.
So you started in 98, and by 2001, you were earning more than triple than what you were earning.
Twice as much as my son.
Almost twice as much. And how many experience you had in your job till about 2001? For how
I was almost 16 years in my job.
And this is precisely one of the reasons, when we say that through network marketing, direct selling, you can become rich. And that's where people do not, kind of have a full faith on it, because they are not able to, actually visualize and believe that in 16 years, you've earned this much, and in 3 years, you're actually earning the double of what you were earning in 16 years. This is actually the reason they're not able to realize that this is possible.
And that also in part-time.
And that also in part-time, absolutely, with time freedom and so many respect and recognitions happening, and, clappings and garlands happening. Amazing, amazing.
In fact, we traveled to many countries, I think maybe 25, 30 countries, 5-star states, wonderful. The travels with Modicare, of course, they give us the best. The recognition which you get all across, definitely, I'll tell you, the love of people which you're getting was never available anywhere else. It was just work and work. But here, it's amazing when you see the number of people, so wonderful life is. We drive today, we stay in good houses, we drive luxury cars, farmhouse or a beach house or anything is all available today.
Absolutely. So a question for Neena ma'am, and this would be very, very pertinent. You are like women icon, for our Modicare consultants.
Thank you, sir.
But before starting Modicare, you were a homemaker.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you got into this entrepreneurship and business and direct selling business, which was a newer kind of a concept for India. So how did it impacted your time which you were able to give earlier to your family, and how did you manage? Because many of our women consultants would have this challenge, how to manage their time, how to give priority to how to prioritize things. So did you face this challenge, and if yes, how did you manage it?
Definitely, sir. It was a very big challenge. And having two children, I was working. It was not a full-time job. It was a part-time job. I used to work for 4 hours and come home in the evening, and probably, children were already back from school. So taking care of them, taking care of the cooking. But sir, as a woman, I've realized that time is something which we will never have with us. Time is something which we have to remove it. That's for everybody.
Right.
So I realized that if I want to do something in life, if I want to give a good life to my children, my family, I'll have to remove time to do direct selling. I'll have to remove time to do Modicare. So I still remember it was the 7 habits of highly effective people, which says that put first things first. So it's so true. Maybe that time we didn't know, but today, as you become successful, you realize it's that everybody has 24 hours. Whether you're the prime minister or you're a watchman or a security, whatever profession you are in, we all have that time. So I started prioritizing my time and said, whatever said and done, 2 hours will be given to Modicare, 2 hours for my home, 2 hours or 3 hours for my job. So I started working around that. And that 2 hours in part-time, if I still would have done Modicare part-time, then, it was only God save us. But thank God, we realized that in part-time, we have to give full time to that opportunity. So we started learning about the business. And sir, at that time, there was another challenge that we didn't have social media. The office was almost 15 kilometers from where we were staying. We were staying in the HAL quarters. The company had given us good homes. I mean, life was fairly well. It was pleasant. It was, affordable. Everything was good. But if you wanted a luxury life, then there are some sacrifices that we have to do.
True.
So 15 kilometers, we used to come back from office, maybe weekly 2 times. He would go weekly 2 times. I would go. Somebody was doing the presentation. Somebody was doing the program. We would sit, we would learn, we would make notes, because we didn't have the YouTube at that time.
True.
And we didn't even have the mobile phone. It was, only the landline that we had.
Yeah.
So every day evening was my time. I still remember, sir, sit down in my drawing room. We had one telephone in the drawing room. Would sit down there and I had made my memory jogger. I mean, basics really work, sir.
True.
I was told to make the memory jogger. And at that time, we never used too much of our brains. Whatever we were taught, we did. Yeah. And I realized that's ultimately the reason why you can become successful. If you start thinking too much, if you're too intelligent, you get into too much of analysis, and then you're not able to, listen to what the system is teaching you. So I used to make my calls, started speaking to people. Many joined, many left. But our eyes were fixed on our goal, and we realized that we have to go ahead.
This is amazing. In just 2 minutes, you've, kind of have trained, so many people. First, we need to manage our time. We have to have a timetable, and we need to be disciplined. As they say that, you don't plan to fail, but sometimes you fail to plan. So if you have a plan how to utilize the time, this will work. And you can start this business part-time. And secondly, you've said very, very wonderfully, you basically followed what you were taught. So you basically followed the system. Exactly. As in every training, we would be, teaching and saying about this, do not create your own system, just follow the system. And that is why you are at right now where you are, at the pinnacle of Modicare success by following these basic steps. This is absolutely brilliant. So you've touched that, things were not very, very easy at that time. Especially the communication was not easy. You were supposed to travel a lot and all those things. But since the opportunity was new at that time, and so did you face some rejections, and how did you handle those rejections? Because whenever a new consultant starts, rejections are something which is difficult to handle. So how did you kind of manage if kind of people said no to you?
Yeah. See, in fact, one thing we have to understand very clear in this business is not everybody is going to say yes.
True.
Once you understand that yes, there will be maybe 3 to 5% who will say yes. So I have to keep collecting the no's and I will find the yes. So we kept that as one of the main point. And the second thing is, I think it doesn't matter who says yes, who says no. If you are on your path and if you're going to some place and if you ask the directions from somebody, if he says he doesn't know, you're not going to turn back and go.
True.
You will keep asking till you find the direction. And I think that was what we kept doing. You know, we kept moving. And I think the focus was mainly on our dream.
Perfect. I think this, so this means that all our consultants, especially the new consultants, they have to set the expectations right.
Yes.
You know, if I'm expecting everyone to join, it will not happen. You know,
so the biggest threat for a networker is, you know, I get scared to listen to no.
Yes.
We have listened to, I think, thousands of no's. It's not that even though we were educated, we were qualified, still if we would speak to people, it's not that people joined us or no. But still, I'll tell you, those no's, it got us stronger.
True.
So, you know, I definitely want to give this message to most of our team over here in Modicare, that don't worry about no's. You will face rejection.
Absolutely.
If you're thinking that you will become successful without these no's, there is nobody till today who has come up to this level without no's.
Absolutely.
So that was something, and you know, we didn't like to listen to it. But I always thought of one thing, sir. They say a winner is a person who, you know, doesn't like to do many things, but he still does.
Still does.
But a person who doesn't win doesn't like to do many things and he doesn't do.
Absolutely.
That's all is a difference between a winner and a loser, nothing else.
True.
It's all there in your mind.
And
So
in a way, we look at it this, you know, I may have to listen to 1,000 no's, but I only have to listen to 14 yes to become a GBD.
Exactly. Well said. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Great, ma'am. Very nice. And so, Phillip, so you, you know, in your beginning, you shared at the beginning of this talk that once you attended that big seminar where there was a 19-year-old guy, you know, really showing the vision of direct selling, and that what kind of you know, motivated you to learn more about this business.
Yes.
So how important are these kind of trainings and seminars?
In fact, I think trainings and seminars are very, very important, sir. The reason is, I'll tell you, the vision which you get in a small meeting is small. The vision which you get in a bigger meeting is bigger, and the vision which you get in a seminar is very, very big. I also explain this when I train to my people. I tell them that, you know, a car costs 3 to 4 lakhs, and, you know, I bought this BMW of mine by paying more than 500 crore. And you know, when I went to start my car after 2-3 days, it didn't start. And I called up the manager and said, "What is this? This car is not starting." He said, "Sir, it has never happened like this. I'm sorry, but can you check this? Can you check this?" And finally asked me, "Can you check the fuel?" I said, "Yeah, it's showing empty." So he says, "Sir, you have to put fuel." I said, "But then the small car you are putting fuel, for my car also fuel." So friends, so what I say is, when you do a home meeting, you may get 1 or 2 liters of fuel. But if you do a next bigger event, you will get 10 to 20 liters. But if you come for a seminar, you will take over a 20-25 liters, which will run for the full month. And that is why we say small meetings, medium meetings, and big meetings all are required to fuel yourself to run. Absolutely. Otherwise, you may not run.
Absolutely. What an analogy, sir. Very nice. Very nice. You know, as they say that leaders are basically created in these seminars only.
Yes.
Brilliant. So just taking this point forward, you know, because of this COVID-19 and all these challenges because of the lockdowns and restrictions, now those big seminars that we were used to, you know, attending 10,000, 15,000 people in an auditorium and in a big stadium, now those seminars are not happening. But our business is like growing,
yes,
and like anything, you know, we are breaking records every month. And this month, July, would be not one of the biggest month. It will be the biggest month this month, July.
Yes. It's already showing huge, the business.
Yeah. So during this COVID-19 times, how you are, using technology, and what are your tips on how to basically keep the team connected and motivated and on the right foot?
So, sir, in fact, a situation like COVID should never come again. That's our prayer to God. It took away so many lives and took away so many jobs, and it was quite a sad thing. But looking at the positive side of it, sir, we realized that since people were at home, this is the best time to give education, reach out to all of them through the social media. And what we started doing is we started encouraging our leaders to start doing their own Zoom. This is the best time. We say direct selling is a business of duplication. So it's not about me teaching the people all the time. It's about they in turn now teaching their teams. So we realized that Zoom is a platform which can enter into every home, sir. So
Absolutely.
we took it, learned how to get into it, and we started teaching them how to do that. So another thing what I realized is our SPBM, Success Principles by Modicare, also came up really so fantastically well. Videos on the plan, on the Shuruvat, on the Parivartan, on Raftar. Then we had trainings on products. I mean, we started connecting people to these programs. And yes, my upline, Dr. Surekha ji, also started her training programs where I started connecting our Hindi-speaking people to her training programs. In Karnataka, we leaders started doing the morning classes, and it was so nice. We have our teams who are very good in Kannada, though our Kannada is also not very good, but we started doing programs, started connecting the Kannada people to our Kannada leaders. So then we had Palani Appan, then we had Shafiq, we had Jinesh in different languages. I mean, all coming in the banner of SPBM, they started doing their programs. So we started connecting people and said, learn and teach your team. And weekly 2 times we used to, do open meetings for any of our team who wanted to attend our programs. Other than that, small programs for all our teams we were doing every day, sir. So we realized this was the best time to give education. So education and direct selling is very important.
Absolutely.
Somebody who, invented the word learn and earn. How beautifully. It's like 2 sides of a same coin. Only if you learn, you can earn. And even in direct selling, if I say that, I want to become a successful networker, I can't say just sitting at home without learning, I'm going to become successful. No,
Absolutely.
I have to learn the system. I have to adapt myself to the system. So we started doing that. And it's like, we started teaching our teams that, look, you all have, planted your seed. Whatever dream you have taken Modicare opportunity and planted the seed. But now we need to look after the seed. We need to make it to grow into a big tree. Only then we will get the fruits.
Absolutely.
So it's like, I can't say, oh, I didn't get a house, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. I mean, first look and see, what did you give? Only then you will get. So giving was learning. Only in learning you realize that you need to really give your time. You need to build a good team. I mean, sacrifices. And
so success doesn't happen by default.
Exactly.
What I can learn from this experience of yours, action is the only the thing that is required. Many times people would apply that secret and they would start visualizing without actually working in the field. So secret is important. It's essential, but it's not complete in itself. Along with that visualization, along with the why, we also need to have a how, which you have done very, very fantastically, and during these times also. Very nice, ma'am and sir. And you have such a vast experience now. I think you would be not only in the founder leaders of Modicare, I think you would be the founder leaders of direct selling in India, starting from 98. And with such a vast experience and so many people joining within your team, what would be the one message in terms of, when people join, they have a tendency to do certain mistakes, with your such vast experience, what would be the message on what to avoid, what not to do, basically?
I feel when people come into this business. For example, I look at this as a bucket, which is leaking.
Right.
And two things come into my mind. One is speed and one is support, which is teamwork. So I would explain speed like this. For example, let us say you're in an aeroplane and the aeroplane is running on the tarmac.
Okay.
You need the speed to take off, and the aeroplane needs the maximum energy to take off and fuel.
Sure.
Once it takes off, the effort required is very less and the view is beautiful from top. So most of the people who are running right now, I would say there's a beautiful view on top, but you need to be fast. So in fact, we have today a lot of new joinees who are coming in. See, new joinees are basically very dependent. And it's we who have to support them and give them that speed and give them wings to fly, actually, and make them independent. In fact, I like your that 100 PV 4x4. It's a perfect example to work with someone and take him to the next level.
True.
Coming to teamwork, for example, if you have a competition for the bucket to be filled, so what will someone do? He will run very fast and fill the bucket which is leaking. But what if he can get 4 or 5 people to do it? It'll be done faster, and that's what we call as teamwork. What I remember in teamwork is, if you see the giant redwood trees in California, they grow huge trees. They grow 350 feet high, but its roots are only 6 feet to 10 feet. So with a light wind, it will fall. But if you see, they never fall even in the biggest of cyclones. So what is the secret? The roots below are entangled with each other. So they are locked with each other. And when there is a huge cyclone, the whole trees move, but they never fall. And I think that is what is teamwork. And I focus on this. In fact, my teams, I work very hard to make them independent and fly and tell them, now you go and build your business. For example, Karnataka, we have the biggest teamwork. We have Vijay, Raju, Chandru, Manjunath, Krishnamurthy. Kerala, we have Jisad, Dinesh, Vinod, Devadasan. And of course, in Bengal, we have Sanjay, Poonam, Viswa, Sandeep, Raja, Chanchal. You just name it. Andhra, we have Gangadhar Rao. Mumbai, we have Anil and Punappa.
Wow. Just listening to these list of leaders in your team, it's giving me goosebumps. I mean, this is amazing, the kind of, achievers you have in your team. And so many are SMAC members. Wow.
See, when the bucket is there leaking, and even if you put anyone in the bucket, he will go out. So the success is to make him big in one line. So how can you make him big? By getting him a big check. And that is where, once you do that, I have seen that in a survey, you just need 3 to 4 big teams. And 90% of your business will come from that. This is the survey which says. And I think you just need to focus on that. The rest of the legs are there. But you just focus here, your life will change.
So essentially, to find out who are the rising stars in my team, who have the potential and the willingness and are ready to, pay the price. Because they'll have to work in the field, and then work with them.
We have to work with them.
And then help them generate money through Modicare, and nothing motivates like money. Absolutely fantastic. I think this is a very, very good tip. Instead of trying to work with everybody and anybody, let's find out rising stars, people who have the potential and the determination to win, and let's help them and support them.
Yes.
Brilliant, sir. Brilliant. So what's the future now? What's your vision for yourself and for Modicare and for your team? Now, since the Modicare would be basically the first company going from India to UK. And we are looking at, many people in your team in United Kingdom and in Spain and in, many other countries doing a demo of Dazol.
They're waiting, sir.
And you're sleeping here, and they would be doing Dazol demo, and you would be earning in British pound also now.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what's your plan now for yourself and for your team?
See, the greatest thing which can happen is Zoom. Today you're sitting in Delhi, I'm sitting in Bangalore. And we are speaking to almost everybody. So this we never even imagined. So if you look at technology which is happening, I feel every new invention is made for direct selling and network marketing.
True.
Because if a new car comes which flies, we are the people. So going abroad, sitting here, you could build your business anywhere in the world.
Wow.
And yes, the time has come, sir. I think that I should say the time has come. This is the future.
Absolutely. So, if I now ask, this business is basically activity driven business, and you
Yes.
talked about earlier also that action is very, very important. But there are so many actions to do. I need to do a home meeting, I need to do a parivartan, a seminar, and a follow-up, and invitation, and so many other things, that training, and but what would be the one go-to action? The one action which is like the key, the required action. So if something is not working for me, or if it's not going as per the plan, what would be the one action that I should never ever miss upon?
Yeah, sir, I'll take it. Yeah. So, sir, if you see, direct selling is all about basics. Every basic is important for us in direct selling.
True.
Starting from memory jogger, goal setting, home meeting, show the plan, everything we have to do. And it's such a simple business, actually, if you
Absolutely.
see. It can be done by anybody. You don't need really any education to become successful in this. So, but what we feel the most important thing is a follow-up, sir. They say fortune is there in the follow-up.
Okay.
So you speak to people, you show them the plan, everything is done. But if you do not get the person to register and do his loyalty, then whatever you have done is a waste. So ultimately, initially, I remember, sir, when we used to do the follow-ups, we would give them, when we used to have home meetings, we would give them a contact magazine or a catalog, or I would give them a small product and tell them, okay, you need to just use this product. This is how you'll use it. And I would meet you after 2 days. I will come over to your house and collect the product. And in case you have any questions, I would sit and talk with you. So giving them a product was an excuse to go to their house and meet them, of course.
Right.
So then go back to their house, sit down if they have any questions, because when we see a meeting first time, nobody understands, sir. We understand only 10 or 20% of what is actually Shuruvat. So it's only when you or of Parivartan. But when you go down to their house and sit down and, ask them what questions they have and what is it that they are looking for in life, speak a little about their dreams, it's only then that you're able to get a person to register. So follow-up is very, very important, which should be done most likely in 2 to 3 days. But it's okay. If you miss out 2 to 3 days, don't think I can't do it. Do it. Whenever you feel, even if it's 1 week late, please go down, sit down and do a follow-up. And now in this pandemic, I know it's all on the Zoom, everything, but I'm sure things will get better. And then we again have to go back to our basics of doing a good follow-up. And yes, getting him to register for the loyalty program, which today is the program which we all need to participate in, sir. And that's 100 PV, loyalty, which is too good, sir. We have seen that wherever we have started building that culture, we are getting good results over there. Because when you pick up the products and you come home and you have the products in a corner, that reminds you of your dream, and you want to go, then your mind starts working, I think I need to speak to that person because this products is something he will like. So, products is something which is
fantastic, ma'am. So true. I think you've hit the nail. That follow-up is absolutely required. Only through follow-up we can actually drive our new joiners and our prospects towards this business. Exactly. And of course, Loyalty Express. Otherwise I would have to dig a well every month.
Yes.
But if we have Loyalty Express, focus on loyalty, then it'll be like incremental growth every month, each month. Yes, and finally, this has been a wonderful talk, and I know our audience listeners are all glued to this talk and they're learning so many things. And finally, what message, what one reason would you like to give to all the people who are listening to you right now? Why should they do Modicare with full zeal and enthusiasm? and energy and passion?
Sir, I think the first thing is the timing is right.
Yeah.
In fact, when we joined Modicare, the timing was not right, and yet we are doing so well. But the people who join now, I think this is the right time.
Absolutely.
If you see, Modicare is, of course, a great company. It is the first direct selling company in India.
True.
And if you look at the heritage, of Modicare, it's a huge heritage, and it is a part of the KK Modi group also. And if you look at the plan, we have one of the best plans with unlimited income.
True.
And we have, so many products, which is, value for money. We have satisfaction guarantee. We are a founder member of the IDSA, and we have a beautiful training system, SPBM, Success Principles by Modicare. Sharadji, I would like to thank you for taking up this. You have really brought in a training system, which we can just get people, bring them to a certain level, connect to the system. And I think that's the easiest thing to do today. And of course, not to forget our founder and loving Samir Modi ji. He's a very passionate and visionary leader, See, his Samirness is attracting a lot of people to change their lives.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also we have a very strong management, leading from the front. Mr. Rahul Shankar sir is right at the front, taking this business to the next level. And of course, he's supported by his able and knowledgeable team. That is Prashant sir, who does wonderful training. Subrata sir, his strategy is out of the world. Ravi sir is there. And Rijal is 100% support system for us in South. Yes. So we have a very good leaders, actually, loving, caring, and ethical. All across India, our leaders are wonderful. And we are blessed to be a part of this wonderful Atut Bandhan family called Modicare. And I would welcome all the people to join us. So really, this has been something wonderful.
Wonderful, sir. Amazing. Yeah,
they say goodness flows from the top. So Samir Modi ji, one thing what I like in Modicare, and I would say everybody should get into this, is it's not only about money, sir. Money though we can make definitely, but Samir sir is so particular that we do things the right way. So I would call this a divine business. I won't even say it's a positive business. It's a very divine business, Absolutely. And he has taught us that anybody goes one step, you need to go two steps. How much we are learning from him. So I feel direct selling company, though anybody can start today. But what is the intention they are starting with? Many of them start the intention of making money. But Samir Modi ji has not started with the intention of making money. He has money with him. He's rolling in money, but he wants we Indians to really have a good life. Absolutely. So definitely such a positive, beautiful business, and we are all doing it the right way because he's teaching us ethics. He's teaching us that we have to do it in the right way. So today I feel the money that is coming into our homes is coming with the blessings, sir. That's more important.
This is
really, sir. It's coming.
This is absolutely great. The kind of testimonials we have from leadership, how their lives have changed positively with Modicare business. And I'll also like to, add on to this, the testimonials of our employees, let me tell you. Modicare is for the state 2 years, is now the 5th ranked best company to work.
Yes, exactly.
In India. And now we are in the top 30 in Asia. For the great places to work.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Now, since we are going international, I think the days are not far, ahead of us when we will be the #1 company, the best place to work company across the world. So this is really a Atut Bandhan. It's a partnership between leaders and the company employees and the management. And even for SPBM also, sir, whatever we're doing right now is a partnership between the leaders and the company trainers. So it was brilliant, sir, ma'am. Absolutely brilliant. We, 1 ghanta chala gaya, 1 hour has passed.
Thank you so much.
And this was, hats off to your wisdom and the way you've explained your journey. And I know this much, that all the people who have gone through this talk show today, they would have a definite positive change in their lives starting today. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks a lot. And we'll meet again
Thank
very,
you,
very soon
sir.
again.
I want to thank Samir ji and my upline Surekha ji for everything she has done for us. Thank you very much, Surekha ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharad ji,
Thank
for
you.
giving us this opportunity.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you so much. So leaders, ये थे हमारे डॉक्टर फिलिप जी एंड नीना दमिंदर सिंह जी फ्रॉम कर्नाटका, ग्लोबल ब्लैक डायमंड डायरेक्टर, member of advisory council, earning more than 23 lakhs per month and living a life of their dreams. और ये सब आपके लिए भी पॉसिबल है. सिर्फ ठान लीजिए कि आपको चाहिए जिंदगी में और उसके लिए फिर पूरी शिद्दत और जोश के साथ काम करने पे लग जाइए. और इसी तरह की आजादी की बात अगले हफ्ते मंडे को दोबारा एक बहुत ही सफल लीडर के साथ हम दोबारा मिलेंगे. टिल देन टेक केयर ऑफ योर फैमिली और अपने सपने के पीछे काम करते रहिए. विशिंग यू बेस्ट ऑफ लक. थैंक यू सो मच.